this week in lab we're going to do a redox titration where we're going to quantify iron 2 using potassium permanganate. Permanganate is a pretty gnarly oxidizer and so we're going to use that to titrate a solution with iron 2 in it. First we're going to standardize it with an oxalate. But by knowing the volume and the concentration of the potassium permanganate, we're able to calculate the amount of iron 3 in solution. And this is pretty purple, and manganese 2 plus is not purple, so we can also see a color change. And so here's the reaction that we're going to use for quantifying iron in solution. So day one, we're going to prepare and standardize your potassium permanganate solution. Before lab, you need to do your data tables. Day two, we're going to determine the mass of iron 2 in an unknown solution. And we're going to calculate, so before lab, you need to calculate the normality or molarity of your KMnO4 in solution that you standardized during week 1. So you're going to need that when you come to lab for the second week. Alright, so for your report, you're going to need to have an abstract for the first time, and an abstract is essentially where you take one sentence. In one sentence, you describe the purpose of your lab, one sentence that would describe the procedure, one sentence that would describe your results, and one sentence that would describe, sort of sum up your conclusions. So it's just a 4 or 5 sentence, 250 words max, description of your experiment. You want to tell them everything that it's basically an advertisement for your lab report saying why anyone should bother to read the whole thing. So it doesn't have to sound like a used car sales pitch, but it does need to give information about all the different pieces of your experiment. So your purpose, your justification for doing the experiment, a little bit to introduce your methods and say what you found, and what you were able to glean from that. So, introduction we've done before, just sort of a couple of paragraphs describing the background information and justifying why you're going to do your experiment. Results, where you tabulate not your raw data, but you show your measurements. Discussion, where you talk about your results. Conclusion, where you sort of sum up your discussion. And then don't forget to give me the section on how your group worked and who contributed what. Start early. Labs are due at 2:15 on Monday, so start early. Get together with your group. If you need to start on Monday afternoon or Monday evening right after the lab is done, if that's when your group can meet, then meet. All right.